A new composite measure of colonoscopy, the Performance Indicator of Colonic Intubation, PICI. Introduction. Colonoscopy is the gold standard investigation of the colon for patients with symptoms, and in many countries it is used for colorectal cancer screening. The quality of colonoscopy is important because poor quality colonoscopy is associated with more frequent adverse outcomes, such as missed cancers and complications. To monitor and improve performance, surrogate performance indicators for colonoscopy are necessary, as adverse outcomes are infrequent and difficult to capture reliably. There are three components to colonoscopy: safe and comfortable intubation of the cecum, identification of polyps and other pathology, and safe and complete removal of polyps. Cecal intubation rate, CIR, is the traditional performance measure of cecal intubation, but it fails to take into account other variables that might reflect safety and experience, such as patient comfort and sedation. A desire to achieve a high CIR in combination with suboptimal technique can result in pushing harder to reach the cecum, making the procedure more uncomfortable and possibly less safe. The increasing popularity of propofol suggests that patient tolerance of colonoscopy is an important barrier to widespread patient acceptance of conscious sedation for colonoscopy. However, propofol increases costs, and although some of these will be offset by faster colonoscopy, the colonoscopist is not constrained by patient pain, and quicker recovery, patients spend less time recovering than from benzodiazepine sedation, propofol sedation will remain unaffordable in countries where an anesthetist is required to administer it. In response to concerns about the impact on safety, comfort, and sedation of using an unadjusted CIR as a key performance indicator, the UK Joint Advisory Group on Gastrointestinal Endoscopy, JAG, has required all endoscopy units in the UK to monitor safety, sedation, and patient comfort for all colonoscopies. This study proposes a new measure of colonic intubation, termed the Performance Indicator of Colonic Intubation, PICI, which combines three key parameters of colonic intubation: CIR, sedation, and patient comfort. The data from a national audit of colonoscopy performed in the UK in 2011 were used to develop an initial standard and to test the utility of this measure to assess performance. Data from a single hospital endoscopy service were then analyzed to explore how the PICI might be used in practice and to recommend potential performance targets. Background and study aim. Cecal intubation rate, CIR, is an established performance indicator of colonoscopy. In some patients, cecal intubation with acceptable tolerance is only achieved with additional sedation. This study proposes a composite performance indicator of colonic intubation, PICI, which combines CIR, comfort, and sedation. Methods. Data from 20,085 colonoscopies reported in the 2011 UK national audit were analyzed. PICI was defined as the percentage of procedures achieving cecal intubation with median dose 2 mg of midazolam or less and nurse-assessed comfort score of 1 to 3 out of 5. Multivariate logistic regression analysis evaluated possible associations between PICI and patient unit colonoscopist and diagnostic factors. Results. PICI was achieved in 54.1% of procedures. PICI identified factors affecting performance more frequently than single measures such as CIR and polyp detection or CIR plus comfort alone. Older age, male sex, adequate bowel preparation, and a positive fecal occult blood test as indication were associated with a higher PICI. Unit accreditation, the presence of magnetic imagers in the unit, greater annual volume, fewer years experience, and higher trainer status were associated with higher PICI rates. Procedures in which PICI was achieved were associated with significantly higher polyp detection rates than when PICI was not achieved. Conclusions. PICI provides a simpler picture of performance of colonoscopic intubation than separate measures of CIR, comfort, and sedation. It is associated with more factors that are amenable to change that might improve performance and with higher likelihood of polyp detection. It is proposed that PICI becomes the key performance indicator for intubation of the colon in colonoscopy quality improvement initiatives.